love story fans. I don't know too much about them, but this mini looked really cool. I can't I can't remember for the life of me the name of this set though. I don't know if you guys are familiar with Artisan Guild uh, miniatures. They always have cool names because they're doing like their own you know, world sort of thing. So they have some lore and whatnot. So they always have like unique names, and the sculpts are always really nice, easy to paint, nice and chunky. Start with the highlights around here, and then let's kind of work our way out. And this is, I think, one of the tricky parts, right, of doing object source lighting. How do you make it look like there's an actual light coming out of this lantern and it's not just a bunch of paint on the miniature? And I think one of the most important things to keep in mind is the brightness, where you're going to be doing your highlights on the stuff that gets hit by the light, and that stuff can't be brighter or as bright as the object source lighting. I mean, unless it's a reflective surface, then in that case it can be as bright because it's reflecting it. But like the statue should have some light, but it shouldn't be as bright as the source. We're gonna brighten up the source even more, but it can't be just as bright. Another point is as you get further away from your light, your highlights, your object source lighting should get darker as well. So you can't have something all the way back here be as bright as, you know, the head of the statue there, because it's going to be a little bit darker. And the other one is putting light where it actually wouldn't really arrive, like where I just put it there. I might go back and change it a little bit because I'm actually not sure if it would get all the way over there. But the tweaking the stuff is really easy with oils, as we have seen time and time again. Or sometimes you do, you know, maybe you make your object source lighting a little too bright or a little too dark for what it is. Like this lantern's not gonna get all the way up to her face. It would be a pretty powerful lantern. Then I have to do some kind of shadow underneath here, maybe like a little cone shadow there. I need to get myself a tiny light, like a little torch light. I used to have one. It wasn't a great one, but it does help sometimes, you know, to test where your light would get from a certain point. Yeah, that's true, Daka. That's true. I mean, when you're playing one maybe in a game, I feel like you always have to be careful. Not have to be careful, but not to fall into the like the teenage edgy kind of stuff, unless that's what you're going for, of course. But I think it's fun. Some classic stuff. Go get a bit of light over here. Oh, maybe just a little bit more. And as you see, just the blends are just waiting to happen. Look at how cool. And then of course now it looks a little shiny